combined with its strategic coastal location, heritage passed down through generations of skilled artisans. Needless to mention, with a historic strength in handloom and handicraft, combined with its strategic coastal location that Needless to mention, with a historic strength in handloom and handicraft, combined with its strategic coastal location that enhances export competitiveness and backed by progressive policies, world-class infrastructure, and a skilled workforce, Odisha today is the perfect destination for hosting an event of this magnitude. Odisha Tex 2025 is poised to be a transformative milestone positioning Odisha as a fast-rising textile powerhouse. So once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. I'll request everybody to take their seats and get settled. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to let you know that Odisha Tex 2025 builds on the momentum of the Utkarsh Odisha Make in Odisha conclave, which earlier this year drew investment intent worth over rupees 7,000 crore in the textile sector. Odisha Tex 2025 will not only showcase Odisha's potential in the textiles, apparel, and technical textile sectors, it will also signal Odisha's ambition to become India's textile capital by 2030. It will also serve as a platform for new and meaningful partnerships that will further strengthen the robust textile ecosystem of the state. We would particularly like to take this opportunity to acknowledge industry leaders who have made their presence felt in the summit today. A lot of them are there with us today, and it absolutely delights us to see all of you here for the summit today. We have with us Anubhav Apparel Private Limited, Mr. Parma Kapoor, Arundhati Group, Mr. Brahmananda Meher, BL International, Mr. Deepak Agarwal, Bond & Co, Mr. Sunil Jain, Brother Machinery, Mr. Randeep Sahani, Carlo Tex Private Limited, Mr. Muthu Kumar, Chandramukhi, Mr. Aditya Podar, Cotton Blossom India Private Limited, Mr. Milton Ambrose Sean, Managing Director, Mr. Ajit Kumar Panigrahi, Project Head, and Mr. Jairam Naik, Senior Manager, Finance and Accounts. Eastman Exports Global Clothing Private Limited, Mr. Moideen, Garment Mantra Lifestyle Limited, Mr. D. Prem Agarwal, KPR Mill Limited, Mr. C.R. Anandakrishnan, Executive Director, Mr. E.K. Saktawel, Executive Director, Mr. K. Thangawel, Head HR and Compliance, and Mr. P. Veerakumar, HR Head. We also have Mr. Kalyarasan, HR, and Mr. Thulasi Akilan, CE. We have MCPI, Mr. Kotsav Acharya, Mr. Deepak Kumar Das, Ms. Smruti Sarita Panda, Page Industries Limited, Mr. Srinivasan Kari, Phenom Fashion, Mr. Malay Kumar Panda, Rama Overseas, Mr. Shreyesh Soni, RIL, Mohammad Himadri Datta, Mr. Bijay Sahu, and Dr. Prashant Deshpande, RPK, Mr. Muniraj, SCM Garment, Mr. P. Kaushik Kumaran, SDS Clothing, Mr. Gaurav Sharma, Shahi Exports, Mr. R.P. Goel, Shri Siddhi Vinayak Textiles Private Limited, Sports King India Limited, Mr. Munish Avasti, SRG Apparel Limited, Techno Sportswear Private, Mr. A. Sunil Kumar, Techno Activewear Private Limited, United Knitting Mills, Mr. M. Mohan Raj, Vivid Clothing, Mr. Hari Mohan Kothari, and Mr. Govind Bhartiya, Ria Fashion, Mr. Rajan P. Nair, and Mr. Roshan Nair, Tripadga Textiles, Ms. Salina Samal and Mr. Saroj Raut, Swift Merchandise, Mr. Selva Kumar, SAPL, Mr. Pramod Mahavar, Wild Lotus, Mr. Saroj Kumar Roy and Mr. Raghunath Panda, Vardhaman, Mr. Rajesh Chopra, Universal MEP Projects and Engineering Unit of Voltas, Mr. Subhabrata Ghosh and Mr. Parijat Sen. SRN Knits Private Limited, Mr. Naveen Kumar Jain. Kartar Fashion Private Limited, Mr. Sanjay Chabaria. MAS Holdings, Mr. K. Palanivelu and Mr. Kam Raghavan. Bombay Dyeing, Mr. Bibhu Mishra. Alliance of International Technical Textile Industries and Startups, Mr. Dayal Mehta. Armstrong Group, Mr. Anshu Ashish and Mr. Bibhu Ranjan Patnaik. Premier Knits Apparel India, Mr. Premendra Kumar Sahu. Deepu Enterprises Private Limited, Mr. Hiten Kotecha. Creative Garments Private Limited, Mr. Vishwanshu Agarwal. Warrior, Mr. Manohar. Warrior also we have Mr. Anirudh. Luna Apparels, Mr. Dilip Madhogaria. Richa Global, Mr. Dinesh Mehra. Sahana Clothing, Mr. Abhinav Chug. Threads and Stitches, Ms. Pooja Nanda. So we are very, very grateful for all your esteemed presence at Odisha Tex 2025. Thank you so much for making it to the summit today. It's a matter of great pride and prestige for us that the Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi, will be inaugurating the Odisha Tex 2025 as he joins us in a very short while from now. I'll, of course, make the mandatory request. Do keep your mobile phones in silent mode or switched off before the formal ceremony begins. Once the Honorable Chief Minister is here with us, he will be proceeding to the display arena, and from there, he would be proceeding to this auditorium. In fact, for all of you who are probably visiting, the state, of course, you must have been here for a long, long time, but, there are some interesting facts about the textile industry that we would like to let you know. For example, Odisha's textile trade flourished actually through its ancient maritime connections with Southeast Asia. The weavers of Odisha exported fine handloom fabrics, especially to Bali, Java, Sumatra, reflected in the still celebrated Boita Pandana festival, which honors these historic sea voyages. So just some interesting facts for all of you to know. Those who are joining in now, we will, of course, make a humble request for everyone to take their seats and get settled. We can see our media representatives here as well. We would also like to extend our gratitude to them. Shri Mohan Charan Majhi will be here very shortly, in a very short while, and we should be starting the summit, Odisha Tex 2025. Along with the Honorable Chief Minister, we will also have the gracious presence of Honorable Minister for Cooperation and Handloom, Textile and Handicraft, Government of Odisha, Shri Pradeep Bora Samanta, Honorable Minister for Industries, Skill Development and Technical Education, Shri Sampad Chandra Swai, Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, Shri Manoj Ahuja, Development Commissioner, Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, Srimati Anu Garg. We'll also have the presence of Member FICCI and Vice President Grasim Industries, Ms. Priyanka Priyadarshini. So these would be the esteemed dignitaries for the event today, who would be joining us in a very short while. Facts from the textile story of Odisha, we would also like to inform you that in the 12th century, I'm not sure if many of you would be aware of that, but in the 12th century, verses from Jayadev's Gita Govinda were woven into Pattachitra style clothes used to dress Lord Jagannath in Puri, one of the earliest known instances of textile as a scriptural canvas. So that is something also which we can proudly talk about when we talk about the textile story of our state. Talk about handlooms. I'm flaunting a handloom sari as well, very proudly flaunting one. And many Odia handlooms, in fact, include motifs like the Konark wheel, temple spires, fish, lotus. These are all symbolizing philosophical and cultural concepts, which are not just decorative, but also carry a ritual and spiritual significance. So, just for all those who are not aware of these interesting historical facts about our heritage. And a lot of insights to come from industry experts during the Odisha Tex 2025 will highlight why Odisha has the potential to be the textile capital of India by 2030. Your mobile phones in silent mode. We'll request all of you to do that. What I love saying, since all the action happens on stage, our mobile phones can go on silent mode. राज्यर सब इंडस्ट्री एसोसिएशन्स एवं तांका सदस्य माने मध्य आज आम गहन रे अछंती तांको समस्त को ओडिशा टैक्स 2025 को पुणी थरे आमे हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन जणैबू। खूब शीघ्र आमर कार्यक्रम आरंभ हब। मान्यवर मुख्यमंत्री श्रीयुक्त मोहन चरण माझी आम गहन रे आसी पहुँचबे। कार्यक्रम शुभ आरंभ हब। Mr. Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji is here with us. Let's give him a warm welcome to Odisha Tex 2025, along with all our other dignitaries, Honorable Minister for Cooperation and Handloom, Textile and Handicraft, Shri Pradeep Bora Samanta, Honorable Minister for Industries, Skill Development and Technical Education, Shri Sampath Chandra Swai, Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, Shri Manoj Ahuja, Development Commissioner, Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, Srimati Anu Garg, Member FICCI and Vice President, Grasim Industries, Ms. Priyanka Priyadarshini. A warm welcome to all our esteemed dignitaries on stage, and to everyone to Odisha Tex 2025, where the future of textiles is being woven today. Ladies and gentlemen, from ancient handloom to modern garment parks, Odisha's textile story is one of heritage reimagined through innovation. With proactive policies, plug-and-play infrastructure, low cost of doing business, and a deeply skilled workforce, Odisha offers the complete value chain advantage. But what truly sets the state apart is visionary leadership and a stable policy environment. Be it athleisure giants, baby wear leaders, or textile technology disruptor, the world's top players are making Odisha their base today. So today, we don't just talk about make in Odisha, we make Odisha the benchmark. On that note, may I now request Additional Chief Secretary, Industries and Information and Public Relations Departments and Chairman IPICOL, Shri Hemant Sharma, who has deftly implemented the state government's industrialization mandate with his layered experience and nuanced understanding of the sectors, for the welcome address and context setting.
On behalf of Industries Department, Government of Odisha, I extend a very warm welcome to the chief guest of this occasion, our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji, who brings with him vast amounts of experience in public life at the grassroots level as well as at the top notch of the government. I also extend a warm welcome to our Honorable Minister, Handlooms, Textiles and Handicrafts and Cooperation, Shri Pradeep Bora Samanta. I also extend a warm welcome to our Honorable Minister, Industries, Skill Development and Technical Education, Shri Sampath Chandra Swai ji, our senior colleagues from the Government of Odisha, Chief Secretary, Development Commissioner, and representative from FICCI, Ms. Priyadarshini. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a unique occasion, not only for Odisha but for entire Eastern India. This is for the first time that we have organized an investor outreach program, a road show, cum orientation session for textile industry, the entire value chain in Eastern India at Bhubaneswar in Odisha. I extend a very warm welcome to each one of you who have come from far and wide, accepting the invitation from Government of Odisha, believing in the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Charan Majhi, and ready to invest in Odisha. In the next few minutes, I would take you through some briefs about Odisha, Odisha's journey in industrial development, and what role we have envisaged for each one of you, representing different segments of the textile value chain, and what is it that Government of Odisha has in store for you. But before I begin, I wish to attract your attention to what is it that the Honorable Prime Minister has said about Odisha. This is his vision statement about Odisha. Odisha will be the growth engine of the development journey of the country in the next 25 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the operative parts, the important parts in his vision statement is the fact that Odisha will be the growth engine. That means it is the engine which will lead the growth of the country. And most importantly, he is talking of the next 25 years. He is not talking of the past 25 years. He is talking of the next 25 years, which means that the future lies in Odisha. This is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, and in order to translate this vision into ground reality, we are led by our Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Majhi, who has led this vision, who has laid this vision for Industries Department for the growth of industries in Odisha in strong synergies with the Government of India. And what is this statement? Our government has made a strong beginning towards achieving our vision of Samruddh Odisha 2036. I'll explain it a little later. Let us together build more industries, creating more employment for people of Odisha. Ladies and gentlemen, the operative parts, the emphasis here is on more industries for more employment for the people of Odisha. Today's entire exercise is actually meant to translate this vision of our Honorable Chief Minister into reality, creating more jobs, creating more employment, creating more opportunities for the people of Odisha in the textile sector, in entire value chain of textile sector, where each one of you will play a role. Sir, before I move further, I would invite the attention of our honorable dignitaries on the dais that who are there in the audience? Who represents the audience? We know who are there on the stage. I just introduced them to you. The real stars of today's event are the ones, about 80 people who are seated in the middle row. Sir, these people who are seated in the middle row, they are the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop of the textile segment. They have come from Tirupur, they have come from Coimbatore, they have come from Ludhiana, they have come from Noida, they have come from Kolkata, they have come from Pune, they have come from all over India. All these 80 people who are sitting in the middle, they are here believing in the vision of our Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Majhi, and they are actually our special guests for the occasion. Sir, we also have today with us not only those who have come from far and wide in India, but also 100 entrepreneurs from within Odisha itself. There are 20 people from Bolangir. Those from Bolangir, can you just raise your hands? So there are people, sir, from Bolangir. For the first time, they have come to invest in the textile sector in Odisha. We have not less than 20 ginning mills in Bolangir in Odisha, about 7 in Kalinga in Kalahandi, 2 in Rayagada, and also 1 in Gajapati. All of them are present here today in order to find more business opportunities beyond ginning. Ginning, they will go up the value chain from ginning to spinning to weaving and later on. And similarly, sir, there are all other segments of the industry who are represented here. I also extend a very warm welcome to each one of you. Sir, before we move into textiles, I just want to take about 2 minutes to explain to the audience, those who have come for the first time in Odisha, what is the industrial development journey of Odisha. So this is the industrial development journey of Odisha. We are new in the textile segment, but we are a heavily industrialized state. We are number 1 in mining and metal processing and mineral processing. We are number 1 in metallurgy and allied sectors, number 1 in steel, number 1 in stainless steel, number 1 in aluminum, very large producer of cement, and so on and so forth. We are also the leading state today in chemicals and petrochemicals. We are today at number 4 position. Just 1 year ago, we were at number 9 position. In 1 year of the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, we have reached from number 9 to number 4, and very soon, sir, we will reach number 1 position in chemicals and petrochemicals also. We are already the regional leader in food processing, and the next target for us, which our Honorable Chief Minister has set for us, is the textile, technicals textile and apparel sector, for which all of you are here today. More importantly, in the new age sectors also, renewable energy and all, again, we have made a solid beginning. Also see, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a planned strategy. This is from raw material driven growth, further demand driven sectors like food processing, and now technology driven sectors like electronics, semiconductors, and the other new age industries. So this is a part of our Vision 2036, which Honorable Chief Minister has laid for us. What is it in the textile, technical textile, and the apparel sector. In this sector, actually it is the value chain which is important. Just take a look at the top line. It is generally, people think of this, when people consider this, people start from the right hand side, fiber to yarn to fabric to apparel. Actually, Honorable Chief Minister advised us that let us flip this. Let us try and see it not from raw material to the final product, but the final product to the raw material. In steel and segment, we started from iron ore, moved to steel, moved to advanced steel. But in this, we decided to move from the apparel towards the raw material. So we have apparel companies like Shahi, Mas, Epic, Aditya Birla, KPR. Then we have targeted fabric manufacturers like Torre, FM, and many more. Yarn, we have good players from MCPI, Indorama, Welspun, and now the latest addition is Sport King. And further to fiber, the basic raw material coming from the naphtha cracker project of Indian Oil Corporation. This will complete our value chain. So, Honorable Chief Minister, sir, our strategy is well planned. It is not just like off the cuff or something we are doing randomly. It is a very well thought out strategy. Across the textile value chain, we are filling up each and every bucket so that we have a complete value chain in the textiles. Now, how is it that the government is doing this? What pillars are we using? So, sir, these are 4 pillars. You know very well that any building needs at least 4 pillars to grow. If the 4 pillars are strong, the building will be strong and it can rise very high. Can you imagine a high building, strong building on 3 pillars? No. Can you imagine a building with 4 pillars where one of the pillars is weak and other 3 pillars are strong? No. Each of these 4 pillars are being invested in by the government. The first pillar is industrial infrastructure. I'll explain a little bit later. The second pillar is input. And the most important input in textile industry is the human resource input. The third pillar is the what is called the best-in-class policy, the policy support, the incentive support. And the fourth pillar is efficient governance. Now, if any one of these pillars is missing, it will not be possible to grow the textile value chain. Imagine that we have good policy, but no textile park, nothing will happen. Imagine we have good incentives, but the governance is poor, we can't deliver those incentives. Imagine that we have good policy, infrastructure, but no workers. Therefore, again, it will not be possible. So on all these 4 pillars, our government is having a planned strategy, more infrastructure, better skilled workers, best-in-class policies, and one of the most efficient, transparent, and honest governance mechanism to deliver these policies, incentives to the investors. Now, just take a look at our infrastructure. What is it that we have planned for you? Many of you are already invested close to Khurda, close to the state capital, close to Bhubaneswar, close to Cuttack. But now that this ecosystem is growing, our plan is to further take it to the different regions of the state. So today, the 5 textile parks, plug-and-play textile parks, which are being launched by the Honorable Chief Minister, will be in Sambalpur, in Bolangir, in Keonjhar, in Ganjam, Berhampur, and also in Jagatsinghpur. This is a strategy to decongest the textile industry and to take it to the areas where there are further possibilities of growth. Those of you who have come for the first time are already invested in the state capital region. State capital region will continue to grow, but the next wave of growth in the next 5 years will come from these regional locations where we will put in place best-in-class infrastructure facilities for all of you. Now, this is just a snapshot of what is in store in these 5 locations. What is this textile park which we are talking of? This is what we will do in Keonjhar. This design has been done with a lot of inputs from the stakeholders, from a lot of stakeholder consultation has gone into it, and the design of workspaces, the design of warehouses, the design of training centers, the design of workers' hostels, all elements have gone into making these facilities world-class, and these will be like ready to move in, plug-and-play facilities, modular in nature. You can start small, you can grow medium, and you can also grow big. We also have curated suitable land parcels for the textile industry. We know that there are segments of the textile industry, if we are not conscious of the fact that textile industry has different classifications, we will commit an error. So this is our strategy. Less than 10 acres patches of land, 10 to 50 acres patches of land, and more than 50 acres patch of land. Companies who need less than 10 acres, typically garment manufacturers, apparel manufacturers, we have several locations identified close to centers where huge number of skilled workers are there. 10 to 50 acres, again, we have identified and brought into our land bank several locations where companies like FM Group, Epic, Mass, Shahi, SAPL have already taken plots. And similarly, more than 50 acres, that is where there are integrated textile players today, for instance, Sport King or KPR, and tomorrow maybe other groups. All such curated land parcels are available. While most of you who have come from outside, I would request you to stay back for 2 more days, 1 or 2 more days. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, you can actually go to those sites, you can see your plot, you can actually select a plot if you like one. This is the kind of ready to move in industrial infrastructure which we have organized before we called all of you to this meeting today. A very important point for those of you who would want to know more about Odisha. See, if you have to place Odisha you have to place it in the context of India. We are on the eastern seaboard. We are one of the blessed states who have coastal advantage. We have 3 functional ports and several upcoming ports. In future, all these ports can actually open up the markets for you in Southeast Asia, in East Asia, which is where the real growth in textile segment is happening. Ports on the west coast of India are more or less saturated, but on the east coast of India, ports like Paradip, Gopalpur and Dhamra, and the upcoming ports at Ashtarang and Suvarnrekha will in future give you tremendous value proposition, tremendous cost saving as compared to your counterparts or your competitors in other parts of India. What is it that we have in our policy? I can lay claim here on record that Odisha's textile policy and industrial policy is the best in the country. No other state can actually surpass us or even match us in terms of the policy support. Up to 40% capital investment subsidy with a cap, 30% capital investment subsidy without any upper limit, 100% exemption on electricity duty, rupees 2 per unit discount on power tariff, which makes your landed cost of electricity to somewhere around rupees 4, reimbursement of net SGST, and above all, a very large incentive on local employment. 6,000 rupees per women worker and 5,000 rupees per male worker for 5 years is what is the incentive support apart from ESI and EPF reimbursement. We have done a calculation in order to give you an idea how will it actually translate into your EBITDA. All these incentives at the highest level can raise your EBITDA by at least 7.2%, vis-a-vis what you do in Ludhiana, vis-a-vis what you do in Coimbatore, vis-a-vis what you do anywhere in the country. This is a tremendous cost advantage, can actually bring your cost of operations per piece cost of production of a shirt or a trouser or any garment is lowest in Odisha because of all these policies. So, cost of land, cost of water, cost of utilities, cost of logistics, and a highly skilled workforce. This is our value proposition for the textile industry. Finally, this is an actual example from an industry running in Odisha. This is an example on record. Generally, people ask us that, can you give us an example of the low cost of operation? Here is an example of the low cost of operation from Aditya Birla Fashion Retail. They have a plant at Mancheshwar. The cost of making a shirt at Mancheshwar unit is less than the Bangladesh unit. This is what the Aditya Birla group tells us. This is the advantage of Odisha. Now, you must have heard of China plus one strategy, Bangladesh plus one strategy. Actually, all those are important at the national level. For people in this room, for people who are in Ludhiana or Noida or Coimbatore, our proposition is that you look at Ludhiana plus one strategy, look at Noida plus one strategy, look at Coimbatore plus one strategy. We pray before Lord Jagannath that you prosper in Ludhiana, prosper in Noida, prosper in Tirupur. But if you want to de-risk yourself, if you want to have geographical de-risking, if you want to lower your cost of operations and come to an area which will open up future 25 years work spare for you, then you have to think of Ludhiana plus one, Noida plus one, and Odisha is that plus one which can actually make this difference for you. This is my last slide. Many times people ask us that why is government of Odisha spending so much of money on this sector? Why so many incentives? Why so much of money is being spent? So just, ladies and gentlemen, and our Honorable Chief Minister, sir, kindly take a look at this slide. This is a live example from Shahi Exports, who have a plant in Odisha. If Shahi Export has a revenue of 100 rupees, 40 rupees comes to Odisha for the salary of the workers. This is the strength of textile industry, right? This is why we are having this Odisha Tex 2025, because we realize that this is the only industry which actually translates the incentives into immediate return for the people of Odisha. ये जो आज लोक मैंने एठी बसचंती अमर गहंडे जो माने अछंती मंच रे जो मुख्य अतिथि किंवा अन्य जो अतिथि अछंती जो लुधियाना रु कोयम्बटूर रु किंवा नोएडा रु कालिकता रु लोक आछंती ये कार्यक्रमटा एमानक पई नुहे ये जो कार्यक्रमटा एवं ये जो हमें इंसेंटिव सपोर्ट दउचु ये कार्यक्रम ये इंसेंटिव सपोर्ट को यदि हमें कहबा कि ये अच्छी इंडस्ट्री मानक पई ये कार्यक्रमटा एते बड़ो आडंबर काहे के करा जाउ अछि एते पैसा काहे के खर्च करा जाउ अछि ये पैसाटा खर्च करा जाउ अछि ओडिसा रे लोकंग पई जेते बेले हमें माननीय मुख्यमंत्री के सहित हमर लास्ट ईयर प्रथम बैठक हिला से हमको कहले खाली गोटे कथा कहले कि आपण जहाँ बजट रे सपोर्ट नेबार अछि नेंतु जहाँ पॉलिसी सपोर्ट नेबा को देबा को चाहउचंती करंतु जहाँ रोड शो जहाँ इन्वेस्टर्स मीट जहाँ करबा को चाहउचंती करंतु किंतु केंद्र बिंदु कौन तार जो विषय वस्तु जो अछि तार जो लक्ष्यटा कौन लक्ष्यटा से कहले कि शर्मा बाबू सब बेले आपण मन रखि तांतु ओडिशावासी को केंद्र बिंदु रे रखिकरी यदि आपण खर्चा करिवे सबु बेले सक्सेसफुल हेबे सेति पाई ये खर्चा करा जाउ अछि एवं आज जो मु ये एड्रेस आपण मानू करूची ये एड्रेसटा किमा ये जो कार्यक्रमटा ऑर्गेनाइज करा जाय अछि के कहबे एटा मुख्यमंत्री का पाई अछि शिल्प मंत्री का पाई अछि किमा ये इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट मान का पाई अछि एसोसिएशन मान का पाई अछि एकदम भूल कथा येटा कहा पाई अछि आपण दया करी राइट हैंड साइड रे जो कॉलम अछि सेटा को देखंतु मन करंतु 100 कोटी टंका गोटे गारमेंट यूनिट रे खर्चा हैला सेटू हमें मैक्सिमम केते इंसेंटिव दउचु 50 कोटी टंका एवं सेठी यदि 5000 लोक चाकरी पाउचंती एवं प्राय तांकर सैलरी 25,000 अच्छी ताले वर्ष को जो सैलरी ओडिशा रे दिया हैला सेटा हैला 150 कोटी टंका याटू भलो कौन व्यापार हो पार 50 कोटी टंका सरकार खर्चा कले 150 कोटी टंका ओडिशावासी पाइले ओडिशा लोकों को से 150 कोटी टंका तांकर सैलरी माध्यम रे आसिला एटा मु गोटे फैक्ट्री रे उदाहरण देली मन करंतु आजी 20 जन आमर सहित यदि एमओयू करेंगे और तांकर मन करंतु 1 लाख एम्प्लॉयमेंट सृष्टि है 1 लाख यदि एम्प्लॉयमेंट सृष्टि हे मात्र 20 जन जो मारे एठी केंद्र रे बसिचंती ताले आमे राज्य सरकार तरफ 1000 कोटी टंका इंसेंटिव रे खर्चा करिबा किंतु ओडिशावासी 3000 कोटी टंका प्रत्येक वर्ष पाइबे माने अमर 1000 कोटी टंका जो राज्य सरकार खर्च करेंगे 3000 कोटी टंका केओंझरवासी पाइबे बोलंगीरवासी पाइबे संबलपुरवासी पाइबे जगतसिंहपुरवासी पाइबे गंजामवासी पाइबे याटू भलो किसी व्यापार हो पारिबो कि याटू भलो किसी 3 गुणा इन्वेस्टमेंट याटू भलो तो रिटर्न किछि नाही आजिरा कार्यक्रम रे मूल उद्देश्य अछि यही वार्ताटा को आपण मानकू पाकू पहुंचाइबा ये कार्यक्रमटा जो मंच उपरे अछंती सेमानक पई नुहे जो मंच तले विशिष्ट व्यक्ति बसचंती सेमानक पई नुहे ये कार्यक्रमटा माननीय मुख्यमंत्री के जो प्रथम संदेश थिला कि शर्मा बाबू देखंतु जहाँ करिवे यदि लोकों को केंद्र बिंदु रखी करिवे से 50,000 लोकंकर आशीर्वाद अपन पाइबे से जो 50,000 परिवार यदि लक्ष्य आएला भी मन करंतु 50,000 लोक भी यदि चाकरी पाई गले 50,000 परिवार माने प्राय 2.5 लाख लोकंकर आशीर्वाद यदि हमें पाइबा ତାହାଠୁ ଭଲ କିଛି ଭଗବାନ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥଙ୍କର କୃପା ଆମ ଉପରେ ହେଇପାରିବ ନାହିଁ। ସେୟା ହେଉଛି ଆଜି କାର୍ଯ୍ୟକ୍ରମର ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ। ତେଣୁ ଆପଣମାନେ ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଆସିଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ ପୁଣି ଥରେ ବହୁତ ବହୁତ ସ୍ୱାଗତ କରୁଛି ଏବଂ यही वार्ता नहीं करी कि आमर जो जहाँ सब कार्यक्रम अच्छी यहाँ लोकंकर सरकार लोकों पाई ये सब कार्यक्रम आयोजन करा जाउछि। ये आडंबर हो कि निराडंबर हो किंतु करा जाउछि लोकों पाई एवं पहुँचीबो मात्र यहाँ लोकों पाई। यही वार्ता माननीय मुख्यमंत्री आम माध्यम रे आपनका माध्यम रे प्रत्येक ओडिशावासी पाई पहुँचाइबा पाई आज कार्यक्रम अनुष्ठित करा जाइछि। मु पुणी थे आपण मानक समस्त को स्वागत के जनाऊँगी। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir. After that very informative presentation, coming up next is a compelling visual narrative showcasing the scale, scope, and future readiness of Odisha's textile and apparel ecosystem. Let's take a look at the video.
A new chapter in India's textile growth story begins in Odisha, a land where tradition meets innovation, where fiber meets fashion. Odisha is charting a visionary path to become the textile capital of Eastern India by 2030 under the dynamic leadership of Shri Mohan Charan Majhi. The government of Odisha has laid a strong foundation for a globally competitive textile and apparel ecosystem. At the heart of this transformation is an integrated network of 6 functional textile parks across Bhadrak, Cuttack, Khordha and more.
Come invest in Odisha because this is the right time. यही समय है, सही समय है.
Driving Odisha's fiber to fashion corridor. These clusters are designed for speed, scale and sustainability. Kalipeti, 80 megawatt power, CETP, 4,000 bed worker hostel. Aurangabad, 6 companies allotted land with full utility provisioning. Bhadrak, emerging technical textile hub, integrated with the IOCL MCPI petrochemical ecosystem. This vision is people-centric. Over 50,000 jobs have already been created across operational parks, with 80% of the workforce being women, advancing the goals of Samruddha Odisha 2036. Skill development is central to Odisha's textile strategy. From institutional training to on-the-job upskilling, Odisha is building a future-ready workforce that supports both MSMEs and global manufacturers. Leading companies are investing with confidence. Operational Shahi Exports, ABFRL, SAPL, Wild Lotus, Page Industries. Upcoming MS Holdings and Epic Group, both making their first investments in India. Backed by India's most transparent and investor-friendly policies, Odisha ensures holistic support to textile players. Anchoring long-term sustainability is the Paradeep dual-feed naphtha cracker, enabling Odisha to become a synthetic and technical textile powerhouse with access to MEG, PET, DTY and PXPTA. Odisha's textile journey is more than industry. It's a story of empowerment, livelihoods and inclusive growth, where threads become opportunities, where looms create livelihoods, where vision meets purpose. Welcome to Odisha, the new frontier in India's textile revolution. From fiber to fashion, from tradition to transformation.
Well, that does throw light on to why Odisha is poised to be a textile powerhouse in the days to come. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a matter of great pride for Odisha that so many industry pioneers who have chosen Odisha for the ambitious ventures in textile and apparel. It's now time to hear from few of our industry leaders whose presence in Odisha stand as a testament to the state's growing appeal as a preferred global manufacturing and innovation hub. We would start with Page Industries Limited, the exclusive licensee of the globally renowned jockey in India. Page Industries has already established 2 operational units in Cuttack and Khordha with a combined investment of 392 crore, creating employment for over 9,000 people here in Odisha. I invite Vice President Mr. Nitin Kumar to share his experiences with us. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Respected Honorable Chief Minister Shri Mohan Charan Majhi ji, esteemed ministers, senior government officials, industry leaders, and all distinguished guests. A very good morning to all of you. It is my honor and privilege to address this august gathering today on behalf of Page Industries Limited. I am Nitin Kumar, Vice President of Manufacturing and Operations, and I extend our warmest gratitude and regards to the government of Odisha for inviting us to share our journey and experience in this remarkable state. Before I begin, I also wish to express our heartfelt appreciation on behalf of our leadership team, Mr. V.S. Ganesh, our Managing Director, Mr. Srinivasan K., Chief Operating Officer, and the entire family at Page Industries Limited for inviting us to share Chief Operating Officer and all of us at PIL family for the continuous support and encouragement that we have received from the Odisha government. What sets truly Odisha apart is the clear, ambitious and inclusive vision that the state has laid out for industrial development, especially in the textile and apparel sector. It was very evident from the presentation of Shri Hemant Sharma, and this is something that also motivated us to come here. Under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister and supported by dynamic institutions like IDCO and IPCOL, Odisha is emerging as a preferred manufacturing destination. It is offering the world-class infrastructure, very industry-specific policy and incentive, and most importantly, a single window, transparent governance system. The textile and apparel policy is a standout framework which is not only attracting a lot of investment, but also providing, or bringing up a vertically integrated ecosystem in the state and providing jobs to thousands of people in the state. Equally commendable is the skilling initiatives in the state, programs that are developed by the OSDA and very tailored skilled programs that have developed is ensuring that the workforce is job ready, and it is also helping the upliftment of communities in very remote areas and especially empowering women. I think Odisha's strength lies not only in its policy and planning, but also in its people and cultural identity. This is a state where tradition and progress coexist very beautifully. Be it be the architectural grandeur of the Konark or the Lingaraj temple, or the rhythmic grace of the Odissi dance, or the intricate crafts like Patachitra, Odisha has a legacy that is very inspiring. Equally inspiring is the work ethics of the people here, very disciplined, dedicated, and eager to learn. For a company like ours, which is focused on customers, values, ethics, quality, and consistency, this is invaluable. Let me briefly tell you something about Page Industries Limited. Page Industries Limited is the licensee of the apparel brand Jockey and Speedo, as you may know. We had a modest beginning in 1994 in the city of Bangalore, and today we have grown to become one of the leading lifestyle apparel brand in India. How has this become possible is basically because of the 22,000 people that we employ and the products that we are able to bring out and sell it into the market. We have a strong front end and a sales team. We have a strong retail network of about 1 lakh plus retailers and about 1,500 exclusive brand stores. We manufacture about 250 million pieces of garments every year, which is 500 garments every minute, right? What also makes us very proud is that 80%, more than 80%, maybe around 85 to 90% of the employees of Page Industries are women. And these women are working in best-in-class facilities, focusing on quality, consistency, sustainability, and safety. Our journey in Odisha started about 5 years back when we were approached by Epicol. What followed was a series of very open, collaborative discussions with the team, and the team was ready to show us a lot of land parcels in the state, even sometimes very late into the night, right? Which is an extraordinary gesture of commitment. We were very deeply impressed by the clarity of the industrial vision, the ease of doing business here, and the responsive nature of every department we engaged here with. We quickly realized that Odisha was just not another investment destination for us, but a strategic partner for our long-term growth. And we made our decision to come here with confidence. We are proud to share with all of you that today our manufacturing unit is nearing completion. The plant is located in 29 acres of land with about 6.5 lakh square feet of built-up area, and would eventually employ about 5,000 people. The facility was commissioned about 3 months back, and we are already employing about 750 employees in this facility. They have shown exceptional promise in terms of adaptability, productivity, customer focus, and alignment with our values. The plant stands as a model of efficiency, quality, and safety and sustainability for us, and this has motivated us to look for an additional parcel of land, and we have already procured the additional parcel of land for future expansion. In parallel, we are also in discussion with a lot of partners and ancillary units to set up an ecosystem in the state itself. This would all not have been possible without the extraordinary support of the department and very specific individuals, and I would like to take their name in this gathering today. We really thank Mr. Hemant Sharma, Chief Secretary Industries, for his great support, Mr. Bhupender Singh Punia, MD Epicol, Mr. Kalyan Mohanty, Executive Director Epicol, the Textile Commissioner, the Cuttack Development Authority, Department of Labor, Pollution Control, Electricity, Fire, Water and Forest. Throughout the project, we experienced swift approval without any red tapeism, no informal expectations or hidden barriers, round-the-clock assistance to resolve challenges. This reflects governance ethos grounded in integrity and development. At Page Industries Limited, we view Odisha not just as another factory location, but as a strategic partner in our growth and purpose. We are fully committed to scaling our investments here, creating meaningful employment, and contributing to Odisha's socio-economic development. To the Honorable Chief Ministers, esteemed ministers, and all the departments, thank you for the vision, transparency, and steadfast support. We look forward to walking this journey with trust, ambition, and shared success. Thank you. Jai Jagannath, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Mr. Kumar. For our next experience sharing, we would like to invite on stage Mr. Manish Pasi, Managing Director, First Step Baby Wear, a leader in baby clothing manufacturing, and which is currently setting up an integrated apparel manufacturing facility in Khordha, a valued partner in Odisha's growing apparel ecosystem. Let's welcome him with a big round of applause.
Jai Jagannath, Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Mohan Majhi, and all the guests and our ministers here on the dais, and all the dignitaries and industrial leaders. It's a pleasure to be a part of this road show today, and it's such a heartful experience here in Odisha, where I started this journey about 3 years back when I first came here. after the road show and try to experience what does the state offer us. As a businessman, as an entrepreneur, first generation, right, starting from about 30 years of experience, we have experienced a lot of different states in terms of manufacturing, and outside the country as well in Sri Lanka. What I felt with the policies, flexible policies and good administration, as Mr. Sharma had mentioned, I think from a business point of view, what we look at as an entrepreneur is the risk management. What helps us is the ease of business, good flexible policy, good implementation of these policies on time to help us to take that risk as an entrepreneur. And I'm very confident with my experience in past 2 years that these all are there in the state. As a business, First Steps Babywear is our parent company. We are about 1,500 crores of business. We are going to be public very soon. We're just not a manufacturer. We are part of retail chain as well. We are across pan-India. And we grow in baby and mother categories, and we are really fast-growing business in terms of trajectory of business. In terms of Odisha, we've invested in garment manufacturing in Khurda, close to about 250 crores of investment. And we are planning to start operations by 2026. Third quarter 2026, with employing close to about 5,000 people. With looking into my experience, I'm here today to also confirm that I'll be investing into backward integration as well and going into spinning and processing with the composite unit integrated with the support of Odisha government and the support of Honorable Chief Minister. I would endorse for all the entrepreneurs here to look into this, the future of textile industries, to come and look at exploring new avenues here as for our industry, I think skill, policies, the framework and administration is very important. So I personally feel and you all should come. You all should explore the same way we did a couple of years back. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Pasi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Odisha's progress is powered by the trust of its investors. We now take this opportunity to felicitate our industry leaders who have either invested in the textile and apparel sector in Odisha or are about to do so with major ventures. May I request the Honorable Chief Minister to do the honors and felicitate them. To begin with, we would like to invite on stage Shahi Exports Private Limited, being represented by Mr. R.P. Goel. A big round of applause as we invite them on stage for the felicitation. Yes. The next one would be Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail Limited, being represented by Ms. Priyanka Pradeshni. Shahi Exports Private Limited, a big round of applause. Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail Limited, being represented by Ms. Priyanka Pradeshni, who is already on stage here with us. The next would be Page Industries Limited, being represented by Mr. Nitin Kumar. I'll request them to please come close to the stage. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Page Industries, being represented by Mr. Nitin Kumar. And the next would be First Steps Babywear Private Limited, Color Tone, being represented by Mr. Manish Pasi. First Steps Baby Wear Private Limited, being represented by Mr. Manish Pasi. We'll then invite SAPL Industries Private Limited also to be there close to the stage, represented by Mr. Pramod Kumar Mahavar. I'll also request Wild Lotus Fashion Private Limited, represented by Mr. Saroj Kumar Ray, to please join us close to the stage. Yes, SAPL Industries Private Limited, represented by Mr. Pramod Kumar Mahavar. After that, it's Wild Lotus Fashion, and I'll also request Tri-Metro Garments India Private Limited, Epic Group, represented by Mr. Sambit Patnaik. I'll request Mr. Patnaik also to come close to the stage. Yes, Wild Lotus Fashion Private Limited, Mr. Saroj Kumar Ray. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. After Tri-Metro, we will also have MAS India Clothing Private Limited, represented by Mr. Pilani Velu K. I'll request him to also please come close to the stage. So Tri-Metro Garments India Private Limited, represented by Mr. Sambit Patnaik. And post MAS India, I'll also request Adishram Ventures Private Limited, being represented by Mr. Madan Mohan Subramanian, to please join close to the stage. Yes, it's MAS India Clothing Private Limited, now being felicitated by the Honorable Chief Minister. I'll also request Sports King India Limited, being represented by Mr. Manish Avasthi, to please join on stage. Adishtam Ventures Private Limited. Yes. MAS India Clothing Private Limited. A big round of applause for all of them. Request, ladies and gentlemen, to please, it's a token of appreciation from our side. Adishtam Ventures Private Limited. We would have then Sports King India Limited, KPR Mill Limited, and Tirupur Export Association and CI Tirupur. I'll request all of them to please join on. So Sports King India Limited, followed by KPR Mill Limited, being represented by Mr. Anand Krishnan. And Tirupur Export Association and CI Tirupur, being represented by Mr. Sunil Junjunwala, Techno Sportswear Private Limited. So we would like to thank all of them for being an integral part of the Odisha textile ecosystem. Can we have a huge round of applause for all of them? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we are very grateful to all of them for being a part of the textile ecosystem of Odisha, and thank you so much to all of you. We look forward to your continued support to the Odisha textile ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us today on stage Development Commissioner cum ACS, Government of Odisha, Srimati Anu Garg, who has played a stellar role in implementation of the broader development policies of the state as envisioned by the government. May I now request her for her address with a round of applause from all of you.
Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Honorable Ministers of Textiles, Industries, my colleague, Chief Secretary, other colleagues sitting here, industry captains, Priyanka Pridarshini, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I have great pleasure in sharing with you briefly I'll share with you the Odisha vision, which was recently launched by the Honorable Prime Minister. And the vision for Odisha is very, very special because apart from the vision for 2047, like all other states, for us there's a very important milestone in the middle, which is 2036, when Odisha will turn 100. Many of you will recall a few years back, Odisha was seen as part of the Bimaru, the low-income states, but no longer. We are a $118 billion economy, 3% of the national GDP. And in this vision that we have set for ourselves, we intend to go up to 4% of the national GDP by 2036 at $500 billion, and by 2047, 5% of the national GDP at $1.5 trillion. It is a very, very huge aspirational target that we have set for ourselves, but we hope to achieve it. And why I'm talking about it here is that this sector is a sector we hope will be helping towards this. In our vision, this kind of outcome that we are looking to achieve will not be possible with business as usual. So even though the state is growing at 7.4%, which is more than the national growth rate, despite that, we will have to really buck up and grow at more than 9.5%. We have also set for ourselves a very huge target for employment. That is 1 crore by 2047. And every year, it means 5 lakh people will have to be given employment. And that's again, that's why this sector is going to play a very, very critical role. The third thing is that the LFPR, the female labor force participation rate in Odisha is 49% presently. We intend to take it up to 70%. And if we do that, again, it is this sector which is going to contribute, because as you all were mentioning, 80% of your employees would be women. Our entire vision is anchored on 3 broad pillars. Pillar 1 is prosperity, so which is port-led growth, more industrialization, urbanization as a growth engine, all those factors. The second is wellness, how we would like our people to be fit, to be healthy, have good nutrition. And the third is equity. And that is again an area where we feel the textile sector will be playing a very important role. Because as Hemant was mentioning, already the kind of geographical growth that is taking place for this textile sector, with Keonjhar on the map and now Sambalpur and Bolangir on the map, that is going to be a huge geographical equity, apart from women getting involved, and so social inclusivity. So I'm very, very confident that it is this sector which is really going to make a huge difference and contribute majorly to our goals that we have set for ourselves in this vision. Another thing in the vision is that there are some cross-cutting themes. So while we have 27 chapters on various things, including industrialization and growth, the underlying theme is women-led development, which is an area where we will as textile sector, we will be contributing. And the other one is good governance. And as Hemant was mentioning, it is very critical, not just the good policy that we have, but to ensure its good implementation. And I can assure you that not only will this entire team, all of us across sectors will be ensuring that that implementation, that good governance is also available for you. Skilling will always be a very, very critical role, will be playing a very critical role. And the goal we have set for ourselves is not just skilling for India, it's not just skilling for Odisha, but skilling for the world. And but here in this case, we will be very happy for our girls and boys to get employment here. And we have a very interesting model, I think it is with Messrs. Page Industries, where we are providing for the skilling costs and they are assuring captive employment for our boys and girls. These type of models are there. We have an exclusive ITI for textiles. We have 70 plus institutions that are giving more than 3,000 children training in textile engineering, textile technology. So all that is available and more can be made available, because for us, this is a very, very critical sector which will not only help us in achieving our employment targets, but also basically in achieving our vision. So welcome to the state and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as a testimony to Odisha's growing manufacturing prowess, Epicol has signed MOUs with several leading companies within the garment segment. We would now like to invite them on stage for the exchange of MOUs. I would request MD Epicol, Mr. Bhupendra Singh Punia, and Executive Director, Shri Kalyan Mohanty, to please join us on stage for the same. So in the first group, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite on stage the representatives of KPR Mills, Adishtam Ventures Private Limited, SAPL Industries Private Limited, Bon & Co from Khurda, and Hindalco Industries Limited, who have signed 2 MOUs with the Epicol from Keonjhar and Sambalpur. Can we have all of them on stage? And yes, with a huge round of applause from all of you. To our new partnerships, the total proposed investment from these ventures include 1225 crore, 1,225 crore, and the employment generation potential stands at 16,100. A big round of applause for that. This is the first group within the garment sector. Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing new partnerships, so a little bit of energetic and enthusiastic response from all of you would be appreciated, with a big round of applause. So I'll once again repeat: KPR Mills, Adishtam Ventures Private Limited, SAPL Industries Private Limited, and Bon & Co from Khurda. Hindalco Industries, they've signed 2 MOUs with Epicol, Keonjhar and Sambalpur. For the next group in the garment, we'll have a group photograph with all our partners before we invite the next group on stage. So here's to strengthening the robust textile ecosystem of Odisha. All right, a big round of applause for our first group in the garment sector. I'll request Mr. Punya and Mr. Mohan to stay back. And for the next group in the garment sector, we would like to invite on stage some of the leading apparel manufacturing companies from Tirupur: Techno Sportswear Private Limited, Kartar Fashion Private Limited, SRN Knit Private Limited, Carlo Tex Private Limited, and Textiles Private Limited. A big round of applause as we invite them on stage. This is a group comprising leading apparel manufacturing companies from Tirupur. The total proposed investment from these ventures include 370 crore and the employment generation potential stands at 5,250. We are extremely delighted with the employment potential being generated here through these MOUs. I see a lot of applause from our dignitaries on stage. If you can all match with that, that would be really awesome. Post the exchange, of course, a quick group photograph before we go to the last group in the garment sector. So a group photograph, and then we'll move to the last group in the garment sector. And ladies and gentlemen, for the last group in the garment sector, we would like to invite on stage the apparel manufacturing companies who are sourcing partners of Reliance. So please welcome on stage Anubhav Apparel Private Limited, Chandramukhi Private Limited, Vivid Clothing Private Limited, Luna Apparel Private Limited, Puneet Creation Private Limited, Kagzi Export Private Limited, Garmef Private Limited, Richa Global Private Limited, Deepo Enterprises Private Limited, Creative Garments Private Limited, Warrior Private Limited, Mooncorp Private Limited, United Knitting Mills Private Limited, New Line Exports Private Limited, RPK Apparel Private Limited, Ria Apparel Private Limited, and SDC Clothing. So these are all the apparel manufacturing companies who are also sourcing partners of Reliance. The total proposed investment from these ventures include 985 crore and the employment generation potential stands at 19,350. That deserves a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We are truly grateful for all these new partnerships today on the occasion of Odisha Tex 2025. A new milestone in the textile journey of Odisha. Thank you everyone. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for yet another MOU exchange ceremony. We have 3 companies who have already signed MOUs with Epicol for skilling in apparel and textile sector. May I request Ms. Rashmita Panda, Director, Skill Development, Employment and CEO, OSDA, to join on stage for the MOU exchange. And we would like to invite on stage representatives of Page Industries Limited, Unisource Trend India, and Shri Guru Trust for the MOU exchange. A big round of applause as we invite them on stage. These are for skilling, specifically for skilling in apparel and textile sector. Page Industries, Unisource Trend India, and Shri Guru Trust. Page Industries targets to skill 1,280 people. Unisource Trend India has a target of 600, while Shri Guru Trust Thank you so much. Skilling in apparel and textile sector. We are grateful to all the three industry partners. Thank you so much. May I now request Commissioner Cum Secretary, Skill Development, Technical Education, MD Epicol, Government of Odisha, Shri Bhupendra Singh Punia, who has been actively carrying forward the government's vision of rolling out a strong industrial infrastructure for investors with a focused thrust on textile and apparel sector, to address this wonderful gathering.
Thank you. Namaskar. Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister Industries, Skill Development and Technical Education, Honorable Minister Handloom, Textiles and Cooperation, respected Chief Secretary, DC Ma'am, FICCI Representative Ms. Priyadarshini, and esteemed guests, industry leaders, skill development partners, on behalf of Government of Odisha, Skill Development and Technical Education Department, once again I welcome you all. I think today's gathering signifies one thing, that the trust and faith you have shown in the state of Odisha, its policies, and also the future growth story. So for that, once again, I really thankful to you. So during the industry's presentation, you have seen, as per vision of our Honorable Chief Minister, we need more industries, we need more employment, but at the same time, we require more of skilled manpower. That's why the skill development is one of the foundational pillar, if you have seen in that presentation. So for that, as we were interacting with many of you, you all endorsed our investment policies. At the same time, because of its flexibility, because of its transparency, because of the time in implementation and the other supports, the government as a whole approach. At the same time, for the skilling also, we are very, very flexible. So what is our strength in case of skilling and the manpower? So I will say we are a youthful state. So you can see 30% of our population is between 15 to 34 years. And at the same time, if you will see the undergraduates and postgraduates, also the graduates and diploma holders from our technical education. So every year, we are adding around 11 lakh youth to the workforce. It includes, as ma'am was mentioning, that female labor participation ratio is good and we want to improve it further. So that is the kind of focus we are giving. So as far as the advantage, why we are saying we are very flexible in case of skilling also. So we have one of the top ITIs, World Skill Center, our polytechnics are doing good, our high technical education institutions are doing good, but despite that, as per industry demand, we have enabling policy framework where we have complete flexibility that you can employ, you can train at your own premises, you can ask us to train for you at our own cost, you can provide us your module, your requirement, so we can train. At the same time, we provide infrastructure, you can train. One more good example, just now we have witnessed the MOU exchange between Page Industries. So they are training at their own campus as per their own requirements. So that's why you can reduce the attrition, and you can train as per your requirement, and they will feel more comfortable, more productive. So that's how for all kinds of partnership we are ready. Today we have investors, but along with that we have invited service providers or skill providers. So you can have tie-up with them as per your requirement. They can train, we can train. So this is our, especially for apparel and textile sector, I will say that in our ITIs we have specialized courses for the apparel and textile, not only for the swimming machine operator, but for we call fashion designers. And also we are planning, and we have in few institutes the middle management courses where there is depth. So for the industry, you are always welcome to tell us your requirement, and as per your requirement, as per your alignment, we will do that. Also we have Institute of Textile Technology Chodwar. Although it's doing good, but I think with today's gathering and your guidance, we can take it to the next level. It can be one of the center of excellence in the Eastern India or in the India. So that your requirement, your guidance and your feedback will help us to improve the performance of our institute also. This our skilling, as we are trying to spread our investment across the state, same is with the skilling. Our skilling ecosystem is present in almost all districts. So you can say our industry partners, they are also training. So we have more than 5. We have training partner 20 plus, they are running around 43 plus centers in 20 districts, and many more are coming. So as far as skilling is concerned, we are there to help you in any way you like. So for short-term skilling, our major employer, I think you have seen many times, they are present here. They, with them, we have designed courses. They employ, they also train. Page Industry, the very good example that you can train at your own premises with our course. We are paying for that as per your requirement, and I think that is the best model, and I will request those who are interested, we are ready to help in the same thing. So we need more partners in the skilling ecosystem, more kind of feedback or the industry requirements, so we can upgrade our existing ecosystem. So we can have industry, we can have Kaushal Bhavans, we have our own centers, we have centers of excellence for higher order skill requirements, training of trainers, we do have in World Skill Center, we train, if you want, many of industries, MSMEs, they are sending their employees to get the training, and also placement, internship and apprenticeship. For that also we encourage industries, please enroll and provide youth the exposure, so that will be kind of, pool of resources available for all of you. Many of you keep telling that, because we exist nearby and then there is lot of, attrition and poaching of the good resources. But if we have larger pool, I think everybody will be happy, and the most important thing will be that youth of Odisha, they will get the decent and livelihood and dignity, especially women. So with that, thank you all once again for coming, and we look forward for more partnership in future.
Thank you, Shri Punya. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us on stage Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, Shri Manoj Ahuja. He has put into action major initiatives of the state government, from expediting industrial policy reforms to championing investment that position Odisha as a premier investment destination today. May I request him for his address, with a big round of applause from all of you.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister Industries, Honorable Minister Cooperation, Development Commissioner, Member FICCI, my colleagues, and most of all the investors and participants for this meet. On behalf of the state government, it's a privilege to welcome all of you, and also I think a pleasure and an honor for me to thank all of you for choosing this state to invest and to partner with the state for Odisha's growth story. It's important, as some of you are here in the state, some of you are investing afresh, it's important for you to understand what is the thinking of the state, how do we work, how do we look forward about this sector, and how do we go about. After this government had come to power, I think one of the first things which the Honorable Chief Minister desired was, we have such what we call a demographic dividend. We have youth who are coming out and they need jobs. So he said our first priority should be growth and employment. Having said that, then after analysis, he narrowed down. When he was told that these are the sectors, these are the job opportunities, this is how employment, how much they'll create, we narrowed down on textiles, apparel, non-leather footwear, etc. Third, we realized that it's a huge global opportunity, a huge global market, and then he directed that whatever we do in Odisha should be ensure global competitiveness for the investors here. Otherwise, it's not going to, a domestic market is just not enough. And that was the direction he gave, that go down professionally and understand how are we placed vis-a-vis the other states and vis-a-vis other countries. Somebody mentioned, I think Hemant mentioned Bangladesh and Vietnam. How are we positioned? So we start now, put the factors which are required into position and then move ahead. And then we narrow down, and you would see, and the Honorable Chief Minister would also be informing you about the initiatives taken and the policies we have put in place and making it happen. Again, the Honorable Prime Minister has been saying about ease of doing business. The same thing, our Honorable Chief Minister is a person from the grassroots, and that is what he mentioned. He said, you have a lot of things in books, good ideas, but the common man should tell that he's actually, whatever you are saying and whatever you're doing are actually available to the person on the field, or the investor and people like that. I think that's the mindset which is there. For the state, it's a priority sector, and we are thinking global. We are not thinking short term, it's a long term thing. We have a 5-year plan, we have a 10-year plan, and we want to do that. It's a huge market. I mean, it's a very good news. I mean, yesterday all of you know that India signed an FTA with UK. The UK is not one of the biggest importers, but yet we had a disadvantage with Bangladesh and Vietnam in terms of import duties. And I believe now we have more or less, we had a 10 or 12% duty disadvantage, which has been now come to 0 or something. Similarly, I mean, if you look at the last decade, and these are issues which we would like feedback from you about how to go ahead. Our India's performance as a country in this sector has been more or less stagnant. There was a market which was vacated by China, which had like 42%, it came down to 29%, but Vietnam went up from similar 3.5%, 4% to 8%, 9%, Bangladesh did that, whereas our share of the global trade has actually declined. In apparel, we are 3%. It's a huge market of 526 billion. What are we doing? It's 16 billion. So this is the opportunity we have. The factors which we require, ease of doing business and everything, it is with us. And we need to aggressively move forward to that. For some of the things which we have kind of working on, and that's what I'm saying, we look at you as partners, and we look upon you to give us the feedback. I think you're more connected with the markets, you're more connected with what's happening, you're more connected with where the disadvantages lie in terms of competitiveness. And those are the factors, I think Secretary Skills also mentioned, that our policies are very bespoke. We can tailor it for you. We're very flexible. and we'll be working. Some of the things which will be coming out are under progress: labor reforms, longer hours, shifts, especially about women, since a lot of women will be participating them. Will be working there, allowing them to work, building laws, relaxing them. Some of them have been done, some of them are under progress, ensuring that all of you, wherever investment can't come, state-of-the-art effluent treatment plants are there, and logistics, ICDs. We have a skilled infrastructure and we have a lot of institutions. We would be open to partnering in PPP mode or any other mode, but whatever is required for a global ecosystem for this industry, the government is committed to provide. And that we feel that the vision or the dream which the Honorable Chief Minister has or the government has and which you are partnering, I think we have to make it possible. We had a target of, we have about 23 million of apparel. We had a target for 2030 of about 2.5 billion, which seemed very big for us. But having seen your response, I think we will easily be able to do it, take it up to 4 billion or 5 billion. So very aggressive targets, and rest assured, we'll work together and we'll make it happen. Two more things, since most of my colleagues did mention. I think since there is a large amount of subsidies and all, one of the factors, and this is just an example of how we think and how we work, one of the major subsidies will be employee subsidies. Now, right now, what is happening is we sat down and we saw that you have to submit bills and all, it is checked by a certain process and then done. We are talking to Government of India, we link it up with your EPFO and those returns. So automatically once you do that, subsidies will flow. So this is just a small part of a thinking of ease of doing business for the entire gamut of, for the ecosystem, and wherever, let's say, the shoe pinches, but you have to tell us. You have to tell us the pain points and we'll work on them. Second thing, while we are embarking on this sector, it will employ a lot of women. And it will employ a lot of women and others who would be coming from villages and all. We have an opportunity. The Honorable Chief Minister, like I told you, comes from the grassroots. You see, we have an opportunity to create, give our workers dignity. I think no business, this is my personal belief, no business would grow very big or global unless we give that, unless they feel, unless we give dignity to our workers. So good, I think if we can make it aspirational, we can give them good working hostels and all, where the state can come up with a proactive policy, viability gap funding and all, so that they feel that this is the place they want to be. If it's aspirational, you will see the word will spread. And the expansion we are looking for would be faster. We expect that maybe 5 years down the line, the growth which is better than linear now would become exponential. So for the state, it's a very, very huge focus area, a target, which we feel will give employment to our people. And the state has put all its might. We don't work like departments, it's a whole of government approach. And we would look at a very active partnership where you keep on giving us feedback. Everything evolves, we need to change with the times, nothing is static, and we would do that. That's a commitment. So thank you once again for coming here. Let's work on this dream together and make it happen for Odisha. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your address. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to invite the companies within the textile and yarn segment who have already signed the MOUs with the PICOL. I would once again like to invite MD PICOL, Mr. Bhupendra Singh Punia, and Executive Director Shri Kalyan Mahanti on stage for the MOU exchange. And let's welcome on stage representatives of SCM Garments Private Limited and Aditi Lifestyle from Khurda. The proposed investment from SCM Garment Private Limited is 150 crore. Employment generation potential stands at 2,000. And the proposed investment from Aditi Lifestyle is 300 crore, and the employment generation potential stands at 1,000. So after the garment and apparel sector, this is for textile and yarn. Followed by a quick group photograph. Let's have a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you so much. Congratulations, and thank you for being a part of our textile growth story. Ladies and gentlemen, it's once again time for some experience sharing by industry leaders within the sector. We have the presence of KPR Mills, one of India's largest vertically integrated textile companies with over 4 decades of experience in yarn, fabric and garment. KPR is making foray into Odisha with a major investment of 350 crore for an integrated garment manufacturing facility in Khordha district, expected to generate over 5,000 direct jobs. I would like to invite on stage Mr. Anand Krishnan, Executive Director, KPR Mills, for his address and experience sharing. Let's welcome him on stage with a round of applause.
Good afternoon, and Honorable Chief Minister, and all the dignitaries on stage, and my friends from industry. Very warm welcome to all of you. So it is a really proud moment for us from KPR. So it was started by my father, KP Ramasamy, in the year 1984, and we are in the entire value chain. We do the spinning, knitting, processing and garment, and we are present in the state of Tamil Nadu, like Sir said, Coimbatore and Tirupur region. Now this is our first foray other than Tamil Nadu. We have other states, but not in textile business. We are in sugar manufacturing in the state of Karnataka, but textile, this will be our first foray. Our experience so far with Odisha has been very, very conducive. We have met with Hemanta Sharma sir 2 months back. We came along with our chairman and MD, and we have met him, and he was very welcoming, and he had shown us some lands, and we are in the process, and really I would suggest my other friends also who are from the area to be aware of the Odisha policies are very, very conducive. So thanks for the opportunity, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your positive words. We also have the presence of Shahi Exports Private Limited, leading apparel manufacturer of the country. In Odisha, they are the first unit operating in the state, and 2 operational units already, also expanding for the 3rd unit. They have also employed more than 4,000 people. And I would now request Mr. R.P. Goel from Shahi Exports to please join on stage for the experience sharing. A big round of applause for Shahi Exports Private Limited.